We're Ashley and Jordan, and since May of 2019, we've been traveling the world full-time. Feel free to subscribe and follow along as we keep going places. We left off wandering the Christmas World Market in Vienna, and today we hit the tourist trail again for more museums and markets.
Christmas World was really fun last night. It's like the traditional Christmas market, but on steroids. Like there's a mini amusement park there. There was ice skating, there was a little Ferris wheel, there's carousels, tons of good food. I don't know what the deal was, but there were some massive XXL donuts there. They look delicious. Of course, there's glow wine, all the good stuff. If you're here, go check out Christmas World in Vienna in November or December. Today is our second full day exploring the city of Vienna, Austria, and today we're going to focus on the museum quarter. We're going to go to the Butterfly Garden, we're going to go to the Natural History Museum, and we're also going to make our way to the 2 o'clock English tour at the Imperial Palace Apartments. But first, we're going to go get some warm, hot ramen.
Are you hearing my words I'm saying to you? 'Cause I'm looking in your eyes, you're looking back.
Alright y'all, lunch was delicious. That is like the cutest, most charming little ramen shop. It has excellent atmosphere and tons of like Japanese everything. It's got those yummy onigiri, little rice triangles and ramen and the little mochi strawberries. It's like being in Japan, but here in Austria. Highly recommend. Now on to the Butterfly Garden. So today is another day of touristy things, but honestly I don't even care because I'm so pumped about this first stop. We are here at Schmetterlinghaus, which is a beautiful butterfly garden set in an Art Nouveau greenhouse. They call it a palm house, I think because it's like a tropical setting. Anyway, as you can see behind me, it's a beautiful building full of hundreds of butterflies and I just want to go see them. So let's go. You're a little foggy. It's nice and cozy warm in here and there are beautiful butterflies everywhere. There's so many. They're everywhere and they're so beautiful and so happy. Oh. This place is magical. The butterflies were amazing, like the best €7 spent ever. Like go in there and make several laps. Like it's a small place. They're just magical. They're so beautiful, so impressive, and it's nice and toasty warm in there. But now we are running late for the 2 o'clock tour. So on to the palace. Okay, so sorry you didn't get to see it, but we just got done doing the guided tour of the Sisi Museum and the Imperial apartments at the Hofburg Palace. It's the big main palace in town as part of the huge sort of Imperial complex with the museums and the palace and the many apartments. The guided tour was awesome. A price for the regular ticket is €15 per person, which includes an audio guide, which I think we mentioned the other day when we missed the guided tour time. But at 2 o'clock every day, if you want to do a guided tour in English, you can pay €3 more per person and have a person actually take you around, which Jordan and I highly prefer. I have a hard time paying attention to audio guides. Like, am I reading? Am I listening? Am I looking? I don't know. But just having someone walk with you and just kind of tell you what to look at and what it meant, it was really great. I think it was totally worth it. It's a beautiful place. You get through it pretty quick. Like, what time is it even? I'll tell you. We started at 2 and it's 20 minutes after 3. So that had to have taken like just about an hour. Okay, so now the plan is to go over to Cafe Sperl, which is just a 10-minute walk away from here. It's supposed to be kind of a traditional Austrian cafe. We're gonna have some coffee, maybe a snack, before heading on to the Natural History Museum later. We just finished at Cafe Sperl, and y'all, that was delightful. The traditional Viennese coffee shop scene is right up my alley. They are so beautiful and they just feel fancy, honestly, but what they really are is a cafe. And so we had some coffee. I had a little latte thing, and Jordan had some black coffee, and we shared an apple strudel. They had tons of other sweet treats. There was a Austrian cheesecake that especially looked delicious. But what I loved about it the most is that it felt local. There were tons of local people who obviously have a regular table because there were little reservation cards everywhere. So that's probably a tip. Maybe make a reservation if you want to come at peak time. But everyone's just kind of chilling out after work, having a coffee or having a little Aperol spritz or whatever, and just kind of hanging out and enjoying. It looks like it's late, but it's not that late because the sun sets so early here. But we still have time for one last thing, or really two. We're going to go to the Natural History Museum because on Wednesdays it is open until 9, so we have plenty of time. And then after that, we're going to hit up the Christmas market that is right in front of it. So let's do that. This building is a museum unto itself. Forget about the science stuff inside. It is stunningly gorgeous. You're just breaking your neck the whole time.
We've made it inside the Natural History Museum. It's €12 per person to get in, and this place is big. It is impressive. There are really 4 main areas in the museum itself. There's on the first floor an area with, ancient human civilization and a planetarium. On the opposite end of that is a fossil area and gemstones. And then on the second floor, the upper level, there are 2 sections, one for mammals or land animals, and another one for amphibians and aquatic animals. We're gonna go just explore all of those and take you along with us, and we'll see y'all outside at the Christmas market.
We are all done at the Natural History Museum here in Vienna, and I give it an A, a thumbs up. It was really fun. We've been to several natural history museums, so it's not like we haven't seen that sort of thing, but it had lots of cool stuff that we hadn't seen. I feel like Jordan and I each learned a few things. I think kids would also really enjoy it. Obviously, there's tons of cool animals to see. And if you're like me, I always love the like minerals and geodes and sparkly things section, and they had a great exhibit of that as well. So anyway, just in front of the Natural History Museum at this time of year is a Christmas market. There are so many here in Vienna. We're just gonna hit as many as we can. We're gonna go do that right now and round out the day. Like little Brussels fries. So you guys have Ashley Cam for the evening. Hello from my iPhone. As you may or may not know, Mozart spent a good amount of his life here in Vienna, and he is quite famous in Austria. You'll see Mozart stuff at like all of the souvenir shops and all of that. We thought a better way to sort of celebrate the legendary composer was to go to his old home, the Mozart House here in the city center, and see a concert. They do concerts every week, several times a week, and it's a beautiful setting with beautiful classical music, and that's what we're gonna go do tonight. So we are gonna try and sneak y'all along as much as possible and kind of enjoy our last evening in Vienna.
Butterfly open.
Yeah, you get the idea. It's the big main palace in town as part of the huge sort of imperial complex with the museums and the palace and the many apartments. It was, sorry, hold on. I really gotta pee. Okay. The guided tour was awesome. You get through it pretty quick. Like, what time is it even? I'll tell you. We started at 2 and it's 20 minutes after 3. So that had to have taken like just about an hour. Sorry, I still gotta pee, y'all. I gotta go. Jordan's making me talk to you, but I have to pee.